boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing in Las Vegas, boys.
Already see Kurt Busch getting a big lead. He was ready for that start. I'm not so sure about Joey Logano, or maybe he spun the tires.
Logano having to battle Matt Kenseth for second as they come to the stripe.
I tell you, that 41 car, Kurt Busch, they've been on it all weekend long. I mean, he qualified on the pole, set a track record, and here he is. I mean, he tore out of there, and he's leading this race.
Darrell, I got some long odds for you.
Yes, sir.
The leader of lap 1 at Las Vegas has never gone to victory lane.
Dadgum.
18 races. Maybe today we'll break that string.
Maybe Joey Logano knew that.
Kenseth and Logano fight for second. Dillon fourth, Keslowski fifth, then Harvick, Kane, and Truex.
So far, no big signs of these strong winds upsetting the race cars. I anticipated it to be a little bit more evident, but so far everybody's getting through there really clean.
Kurt Busch will drop to the back. He was busted coming onto pit road, not right in segment 1, but in segment 4 of pit road. He was speeding.
Here you go, Cook. Come on, red. Whatever NASCAR grows up and goes to a pit road speed limiter button, we'll all have a safer pit road. Pitfall button, we'll be fine here. We'll get her back.
So when you hear him talk about one red, he has lights on his digital dash, and they go yellow, green, 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 and then red. So he's doing one red, and that's what they've calculated as what pit road speed is. Obviously, he feels like one red was pushing the limits too far.
I agree with it. Should have a pit road speed limiter myself. I think that's something that would solve a lot of problems.
It would, but I like the fact that it's in the driver's hands and that they can make mistakes and that they have to monitor that.
It's just
I think
so
it's
close.
Cool.
You know, I mean, you're just talking about a red light. You know, here it just seemed like a limiter would be better.
Segment 4 is about a third of the way down pit road. He was doing 50.1 miles per hour. The limit's 45 with a 5.0 mile per hour tolerance. Green flag back in the air. Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Martin Truex, Matt Kenseth to turn 1.
Now just remember now, Hamlin took 2 tires on that stop. Be interesting to see how he fares up against these guys with 4.
We've seen his crew chief already this year take some gambles. He's in Vegas. Why not?
Wow, a lot of 3 wide down that back straightaway as everybody on fresh tires clawing for position.
Oh, you got nice and comfortable with this thing now. We can go 3 wide, no problem.
Restarts here can get really wild.
I think those 2 tires worked all right for a few laps, but where you're going to pay the price is now when the 4 tires really start to take over and your 2 start to fade.
And we have seen these tires drop off a little bit more. I love how Goodyear's been more aggressive with this tire, getting a little bit more grip, and the hope is with the lower downforce, it has good grip at the beginning for the drivers to be aggressive, but then there's some speed fall off and where the drivers will have to start searching around the racetrack, as we're seeing that exact thing happen right now.
You know what Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano are doing right now, Mike, is Matt Kenseth is having fun. You know why? Because he's in Joey Logano's mirror. And Joey Logano is saying, is that Matt behind me, or what's he up to?
And I think this was a great gamble by the 11 team, doing the 2 tires to get clean air, to get out front and see, will that clean air pay off more than 4 tires?
Right, Hamlin pitted from 11th place. He is currently 3rd. Joey Logano, the new leader.
I want you to watch. I talked about the action getting on pit road. I want you to watch Brad Keselowski when he comes to pit road. How he keeps from wrecking this car, I'll never know. He catches right up to the back of Jimmy Johnson, and down there he goes.
You can see he got his left front tire down on the apron. Absolutely amazing, because he actually made the pass, but he comes off the banking here, and when that left front hits.
in front of you, sitting behind you, tight, hold on to it. Nice job. 2 red.
That was almost a huge moment, not just for him, but it might have taken Jimmy Johnson out as well. Great save, though.
No, it was. I thought he was going to get them both.
What it got him was the lead. Brad Keselowski now in front of his Penske Ford teammate Joey Logano by 0.8 of a second. Rubble back straightaway. Kyle Larson has brought out the caution. This will be yellow flag number 4. And it looks like there may have been some contact between Larson and A.J. Allmendinger in the 47.
That's the 47 down on the inside, and he pushes up.
He doesn't hit him. He just gets so close to him, it frees him up, turns him sideways. Back of the quarter panel on Larson gets into the wall, but he keeps it going straight.
They were battling to be the first car one lap down to be in the free pass position.
Yeah, they're just really tight racing right there. You can tell that A.J. Allmendinger got in there and he sort of drifted up. The front of his car didn't quite stick, and it got right to the corner of that rear bumper on Larson.
Arrow loose.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't put a piece of paper between them.
Now this sandstorm has gone off the back straightaway and we're ready to go green. 6 drivers took the wave around. There was no free pass. Kyle Larson was in that position, and he was the caution. We'll restart with 64 laps to go. Matt Kenseth gets the jump on Jimmy Johnson. Out of the fog into the smog.
Wow. Look at that. We can hardly see the cars.
You could hear Jimmy Johnson got up through the gears. He got a little bit behind from Matt Kenseth, but boy, he held it wide open all the way through turns 1 and 2. Was able to complete that pass on the outside of Kyle Busch.
That 48 car is pretty awesome right now. Whatever they did last stop, they undid this stop, and that thing is going to the front.
Well, Matt's not going to make it easy on him. He's going to make him work for it.
That 48.
He chose that outside lane. Jimmy's on the inside lane.
Yeah, that 48 is good on the bottom, Jeff. He just hooks that bottom and goes on.
Now we've got to remember, all these cars took 2 tires all the way back to Logano. That's your first car on 4 tires. So while these guys are battling it out, those guys are trying to make their way up there and close that gap.
I think that little bit of hesitation on Jimmy's part are the bumps. Can't just jump back in the throttle and get through there sometime.
And I also think Jimmy, he's notorious for running a free race car. When he gets underneath Matt Kenseth, he needs all the racetrack he can get to complete that pass.
Yeah, he's stellar in 3 and 4, and I think he's going to clear Matt here and pull up in front of him, and he'll be on his way.
He got an incredible run through the center of 3 and 4, and I think Matt maybe had to check up a little bit off of turn 4 right there.
Greg Biffle makes a pit stop. 53 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson out front. Don't go. Trouble turn 4. Car spinning, and caution is out.
Caution's out.
Regan Smith.
Kyle Larson.
5th caution of the day.
Not the kind of start to the year that Kyle Larson and Chip Ganassi Racing wants.
Well, remember, Larson had some damage off of that accident off turn 2 over there. I don't know what happened to him up here. We'll have to take a look and see.
Now, Greg Biffle had just come onto pit road. We're told he's the free pass car. But let's have a look at this in progress.
Yeah, there's a 7 car, and there's a 42 in the smoke. Has no idea where to go.
Yeah, really hard to say from that angle. A lot of smoke. Obviously, something happened earlier getting into the corner.
Smith was 24th. Larson was another lap down in 34th.
Yeah, I think Larson was just caught in that smoke back. You see him spinning back there, and then there's just so much smoke. You know, it doesn't look like it from here, but when you're in the car, it's just hard to see.
Ford's on the front. Keslowski, Logano. Chevy's row 2, Dillon and Johnson. Toyotas for Kenseth and Busch. Harvick, Truex, Earnhardt, Blaney to top 10.
Kyle Busch making a move to the outside to make it 3 wide on the outside of Jimmy Johnson and Austin Dillon. Jimmy gets loose.
Kyle Busch, the best at doing that anybody ever saw.
He's going to go to the lead right here.
He's a restart king.
Look
Here he goes.
What a move.
Wow. That was incredible. This crowd is going nuts seeing a hometown guy getting after it.
I don't know if he's the hometown guy or that he made the move he made. What an amazing move.
That was incredible.
Whoa, trouble.
2 cars around. One in the wall.
Gets in the back
A lot
of
of
him.
cars.
Watch her inside. Block her down.
A lot of cars.
Incredible save not to spin out, but then unfortunately those behind him just couldn't get slowed down.
Jeff, they were 4 wide. They were 4 wide going into turn
And
1.
poor Matt Kenseth's woes continue.
And look at your buddy here, Chase Elliott. He's
Chase
crashed.
had a great race going.
Great run going.
Matt Kenseth, no luck in Vegas this week. 20 on the inside, the yellow car.
Oh, the 21 dove in behind him. When he got in behind him, that 78 was on the outside of him, just took the air right off him. He did a great job, but unfortunately, Chase Elliott had nowhere to go.
Kurt
See
Busch
the
sliding by.
Kurt Busch, the 19 of Carl Edwards, spins and connects, makes contact with the 24 Chase Elliott. A lot of damage to that 20 car.
They just got all wadded up coming down here in the corner, and I didn't see any way they were going to make it.
You know, this is at that point in the race where nobody's going to check up. Everybody's got to run hard to get every single position they can.
Green. 1 back, half back. 1 back, closing, half back. Closing, in line, outside. Right side corner. Outside, going by you. 2 to the field behind. Even with you to your right. He's slightly ahead though. Outside. Right side door tight. Okay, clear.
Kyle Busch got shot out of a cannon. He leads Logano, Keslowski, Dillon, Johnson, and Blaney. 7 laps to go.
Oh, wow.
A third of a second is the lead. And it's
See that right
closing.
there? Now Kyle Busch changed his line. Now he's got a new player in this game. He's got Brad Keselowski behind him, and he changed his line, and it completely
Car sideways.
It lost 2 or 3 tenths right there.
To the start-finish line, finally straightened it up, and that was Michael McDowell. We stay green, and now it's not seconds, it's car lengths. 3 car lengths back.
A lot of decision making by these 2 drivers right now because he's got to play the blocking game. He gave Brad Keselowski the inside. He's going to get there.
Yeah, Keselowski is too fast. He can't hold him back.
Well, it's not over yet. He's going to fight him hard on the outside. I'm pretty sure.
Bottom lane, outside door.
There he goes right down his corner, but didn't do it.
Hard door clear.
Too good in 3 and 4. He runs that bottom, can't hold him off.
No, you couldn't hold that 2 car back.
Kyle Busch audio.
There's more I can do. I don't have it. Do what you've been doing.
5 to go.
White flag.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
You see Brad Keselowski navigating through lap traffic. Clean track ahead.
Here comes Logano. He's going to make a pass on the 18 going into turn 3 if he can make it stick.
Brad Keselowski off turn number 4 for his 18th Sprint Cup win. Keselowski to the checker, down on the apron. It's Logano second, Johnson third by inches over Kyle Busch.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you.
He overcame the speeding penalty, gambled on fuel, and celebrates with his team as it pays off. The gambles all paid off in Las Vegas for Brad Keselowski, winning here for the 2nd time in 3 years. What's going through your mind when you're seeing that 18 getting bigger and bigger out the front windshield?
Yeah, you know, this rules package, I love it. It's awesome. The cars, you can be really fast minutes at the start of the run or really fast at the end of the run, and we had awesome speed at the end of every run. It seemed like we just never could put it all together with the way the cautions kept falling, but at the end we got that big long run and couldn't get going for the first 2 laps, and thought for sure the 48 and a couple others were going to drive by me. Then it finally started to take off with about 25 to go. I was able to get to second, and then as soon as I got to the 18, I saw that his car had fallen off and mine hadn't, and Gosh, thank you so much. Oh, it's just such a good feeling to get back at victory lane. It's been way too long, and I'm thrilled to be here, Vince. I really am.